So one day narrator was happy to know that he had to visit the place which was 40 miles away from the place where he had lived. So he says that the town which he had to visit was the New Million. He had visited this place in order to serve the summon. His name was Oliver Litkins. Oliver Litkin was a witness and observer in some case and firm need him for that case. But he was continuously neglecting the letters since the law firms. So this work has given to the his by the firm to the narrator, and when the narrator reached to the New Million, his excitement about the visiting the village was washed out. It happened so because the village was not as per his expectation. The streets were in the bad condition as they were full of mud. The shops were also very dull. Everything he saw was full of dullness, making him sad. But when he saw the deliver man, who was about the 40 years old and was a cheerful, it seems the narrator that is was very friendly with the other people. This made him like to the deliver man, and he referred him the only person in the village who made him feel nice. So the narrator went him to that man, and after then he also told him that he was not easy to find him. He was just searching a person who was Oliver Litkin. So what happened? The deliver man quickly repeated the name of a person being searched by the clerk. He then told him that he saw Litkin as an hour ago. He also told him that it was not easy to find him as he was always up to something. Then he told him that the Litkins would be the found at the Fritzer shop where he plays a card game known as poker. He also inquired him about the urgency to find the Litquin. So the narrator replied that it was very urgent to find Litquin as he had to go back to the city by the afternoon train. To this, the delivery man said that he had a horse cart and he would help him in the finding the Lutkin. So he knew all those places where the Lutkin spent his free time. So he was so open, friendly, and that was good for the narrator. I glowed him to the warmth and affection. I knew, of course, that he wanted the business, but his kindness was real, and his kindness was real. Was glad and fair money would go to this good fellow. I managed to bang down the $2 an hour, and then he brought from his house nearby a sort of a large black box on wheel. He remarked, "Well, young man, there is the carriage," and this wide smile made me into the old friend. This villager, as they ready to help the stranger, as he had made him own task to find the Oliver Litkin for me. So the narrator, the clerk, was impressed by the friendly behavior and caring of the delivery man. And then later, the delivery man brought a horse cart and offered him to sit. So the clerk thought that he was very kind and helpful in the nature and villager who helped the strangers and took the problem of his own. So the delivery man was started to conversation with the clerk and inquired him about why he come to here because his Litkin has taken the money from his or so he said that he also gives them 50 cents in the he has to take the 50 cents from the in the poker game he won, but the Litkin was not giving the money properly on time. So likewise that he was just want to know why the clerk has came to there and what is the main motive of the clerk to become there. The delivery man regretted being the fool who played with the Lutkin through he was aware of his nature and no payment of money. Later on, he suggested that he would not come in front of the Lutkins because his fancy cloth could make Lutkins doubt him and could be give him a chance to run away. So he told him to stay behind at the Fritzl's shop. I loved him to this by myself. Actually, the as a hack driver, he was working hard for him. So he told him truth behind his search. He told him that Litkin was a witness of a very important case, but he was not helping them out to giving them a details. The information of the Litkins could help him to solve the case quickly. The driver heard all this seriously and then hit the clerk's shoulder and said that they would surprise Litquin by catching him and the fulfilling the clerk's purpose. So they started in the search of Litkin. On their way, the hack driver introduced himself as a Bill or a Manguson and said that his business called the William Manguson Fancy Cartering and Hacking. The clerk replied, "It is a very friendly. Why that now he and the Bill should be to be such in the mission." Bill also told him that Litkin was fond of playing poker and he was praying the ability to cheat others. This made the clerk imagine about the Bill that he had been a policeman. He would have caught the Litkins in a very respectful manner. Not only this, he would be have felt bad, but put the man into the jail. So all this imagination has done by the narrator about the